Gang. So trying to splashing on the back of the grass. You got something a little different, man. 7 horrific Tinder matches. Who still uses Tinder, dog? Like, I could never be just down bad enough to just. I gotta have like in-person interactions. I don't even really like talking like that. So I really been focusing on myself. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we gonna see what happens with this. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna roll 10K. Don't use Tinder. Cause it be some weird people on there. When I did use it, I ain't used it in about years. I ain't even gonna hold you. I forgot. Online dating is dead. Like, you feel me? You know, unless you just trying to, one night it. But I ain't even focused on that for real. So I ain't even use
Marissa was 23 years old
see what's up.
when she matched with who she thought was a 25-year-old guy from town named Luke. The two were chatting on Tinder and seemingly hitting it off, so they exchanged numbers. After texting for a while, talking about music and sports, the chat shifted to a more sexual tone. Marissa was on Tinder looking for casual sex, and when this topic came up...
Hey, bro, I ain't even gonna lie. Tinder where the sluts at. You know, you want to be a slut, go ahead and get on there. But, like, no cap, it's easy. For real.
Luke said he was looking for the same thing. After chatting for a while longer, Luke suggested Marissa come by to his house since he has the place to himself. Interestingly, Luke didn't give an address until after he asked Marissa what area she's from, and when she did, he gave an address that was conveniently close to her, walking distance as a matter of fact.
Oh, Lord.
Before agreeing to come over to Luke's house, though, she requested they have a phone call first. The two had a phone call, and Luke sounded like a normal. Requested they have a phone call first.
That is weird. Like, honestly, if you get a text bitch like that, just run it. And second off, bro, I'm not walking now. I'm gonna take my shit because if you do some weird shit, I'm taking off my shit, bro.
The two had a phone call, and Luke sounded like a normal, young guy. They joked around on the phone for a bit, until Marissa was comfortable enough to agree to go over. Deciding to go early, just to pass the house and scope it out first, Marissa walked about 10 minutes through the neighborhood until she got to the block.
In the woods, wow.
It was late at night, so a lot of houses had their lights off, and there were no cars out on the road.
What?
Marissa passed the house and noticed 2 cars in the driveway and a car parked in front. All the lights were out. It didn't look like a house with just a guy alone.
Y'all gotta get scared. No
this
doubt.
was already a red flag, so she went back down the block and texted him, "I'm almost there." He replied, "Oh, you're early. Almost ready. Walk slow." Marissa
That's
was
such a backdoor.
That's
such a backdoor comment, dog.
She started slowly inching back in the direction of her house, at a pace that allowed her to stall a bit longer for a reply from Luke confirming that she was okay to come in.
10 minutes in the dark, crazy.
But suddenly, Marissa heard a car approaching the intersection down the block behind her. She turned to see a white van with no headlights on.
Oh, the van is crazy.
Marissa ran to hide behind the side of a house, and she watched as the van parked on the side of the road. The van just sat there, nobody got out. It was parked a few houses away from the given address. Then, Marissa got a text from Luke, saying, "Okay, I'm ready. Let me know when you're on my block, I'll come out."
On your block? Bro, you in the suburbs. Man, get the hell up out of here talking about your block. Ain't nobody scared of you.
And started running down the block. Inconspicuously, though, making sure to stay close to the houses she passed and not on the sidewalk or close to the street. She ran most of the way home and blocked the number, also reporting the Tinder profile.
Damn.
Just to be on the safe side,
I ain't gonna lie, reporting ain't gonna do much.
Went to the address the Luke person gave, and the woman who opened the door denied even having any sons. Marissa and her mother went to a police station to report this incident, just so that the authorities could be aware of it and link any future reports to it as well. By the sound of it, due to Marissa's cautiousness, she narrowly avoided being abducted by the driver.
The threesome going wrong.
The Tinder match between a guy named Chaz and who he thought were 2 girls around his age. This is how the conversation went.
I'm not gonna be doing a lot of talking this one.
Cute. I hope your friend is also a girl, LOL. She is silly. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Where are you ladies from? Then they share their locations, which aren't far. The other profile asks, "Are you busy tonight?" "Yes, I am. I'll be hanging with you two."
Come around.
Yes,
over
wanna come around 10. Yeah, where do you live?
Where do you live?
Wait, actually our parents are both home. Want to meet at the park? We can find a
That is such a red flip, bro.
Yes, we can do
What?
that.
Who? If your parents home, let's be outside driveway. Why are we going to the park? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Parents are home too. Damn. What time should we meet there? 10?
If y'all parents home, y'all too damn young anyway, bro.
Numbers. Let's just message on here until we meet. Damn, I see how it is. Gotta earn your trust. Yes, we're heading over now, okay?
Man, come on,
Okay,
bro.
Sam, I'll probably be there like 10:10. Okay, perfect. Where exactly in the parks do you want to meet? We You can meet by the statue on the dirt path. It's like a dog walking path. No one will be there this late. Then we could find a better spot from there together. Okay, I looked it up. I think I know how to get there. I'll message you when I'm there.
Fuck in a park. Yo, let alone a 3 stacks. Come on, bro. Y'all know way y'all falling for this shit, man. like, come on, bro. There's no way y'all falling for this shit, bro.
Chaz then arrives to the destination in the park, and he sends a message saying he's here. He follows it up with, "This is kind of creepy. Are you guys here?" This was the last message he sent the profile before I matched him.
My heart would have dropped.
He was left alone in the woods in the park on a dirt path completely void of any people.
My heart would have dropped.
Chaz knew at this point that he had been tricked.
Yep.
He didn't know just yet if he was just pranked
just
or
run,
if he had walked
nigga.
into a trap. But then he started to hear noises in the woods.
Oh, Lord, you're
snapping
done.
of twigs and leaves on the ground.
You're done.
Indicating he was being watched. He already had his phone out, using it as a flashlight to navigate his way to the agreed meetup point. So at this point, he decided to start recording for his own protection. This was the footage he captured.
This is real? Took you long enough starting running, stupid ass nigga.
See that as he pointed his light into the woods where he heard another sound, it revealed someone in the woods who then started to run.
Oh, I seen that.
After Chaz.
I was waiting for a pop up.
Recording to turn off the flashlight, then ran into the trees to hide. He started recording.
Nah, they was fucking with him.
Thought he had lost the person chasing him. He kept recording the rest of his way out of the park and back to his car to have video evidence of anything in case of a worst case scenario.
Bro.
Luckily, Chaz made it back to his car and home in one piece. He tried reporting the profile to Tinder just based off the screenshots he took, but Tinder got back to him saying they're unable to find any profiles that match the description or pictures. Chaz was obviously not wise to enter a suspicious situation like this. The other profiles' refusal to give their number, as well as meeting anyone for the first time in a park by the woods at
that's
night,
what I'm saying, where
nobody else would be around, are two.
That's why I don't get on Tinder. Niggas is weird, man. You know,
he was lucky to have gotten away.
I'm gonna have to bring the pole. I ain't even gonna hold you. For real.
The girl who submitted this to me wasn't the one to match this profile. Rather, it was her friend Maddie. The profile was titled Invincibles, and it claimed to be some guy, or rather a pair of people, including this
Strike one. I ain't even gonna lie, just strike one, bro. I almost had to walk off. Win, kick, and die. I don't even want to read that
Chelsea
shit.
person
Not even
who
gonna
would
read
pay
that.
someone to kick the man in the picture in his groin. This is the story in the girl's words. One of my best friends, a girl named Maddie, was on Tinder
like a creep.
she stumbled upon this account.
You got a head in
the dedicated to finding people to kick a guy in the groin for a payment of between $50 and $100.
That just sounds too good to be true. If it's too good to be true, bro.
Swiped right on him. He quickly messaged her back that there were several people involved in this, including a girl named Chelsea. We're not sure if they were even actually real to this day.
Chelsea,
we live in a small town in Pennsylvania, and this account was listed in the
How do y'all believe this?
Clearfield. My friend Maddie was, of course,
I don't even blame, bro.
This.
You gotta be an idiot to believe this.
So that she could come have some sort of backup when she went to do this. The account stated that they were doing this for a YouTube video, and the guy who was being kicked had lost a bet at a bar a couple weekends before. I agreed to accompany my friend because I also was a bit skeptical, but I had enough confidence that I could protect her if things happened to go south. The next day, after my friend agreed to meet with the people, we set off towards Clearfield. The address the account gave us led to a random hotel in Clearfield, which already sort of creeped us out.
Bro. Not the hotel.
The whole setting seemed off, and I'd better include that my friend Maddie never mentioned that she'd be bringing anyone with her. We arrived at the hotel and sat for maybe an hour, if not a little less, waiting for the person to get back to us. They ended up saying that they would be a little late, and to sit tight. After the prolonged waiting,
look at this. Oh hell yeah! Like, you stupid ass. There ain't no oh hell yeah. You getting trapped like a. Ain't no way you believe
mentioned that they were back in town.
For real.
Instead of meeting at the hotel, they suggested that we just come straight to their house instead.
They're like, oh yeah, I got free play. Hell no.
But I had confidence that I could defend my friend against any harm that may have came her way.
You just said
so we set off to this guy's house, and in under 10 minutes, we eventually made it there. At first I felt relieved, as the address he gave us led to a big, normal-looking house, right next to the main road. But upon further investigation, There was a creepy-looking shed behind the house,
Oh,
with an
nah,
even
bro.
creepier-looking
I would've
man
been out of
peering from
there.
out the side of the door to the shed. My friend Maddie parked in front of the shed, and she told me to wait in the car, which immediately screamed the worst things to me.
Are y'all
I
literally
trusted
just
her
gonna
to
sit
read the
here
situation and know what she
and
was
just...
doing. After all, getting paid money to kick some random guy in the nuts, it sounded like
Oh
a
yeah,
dream.
that sounds really
The guy
believable,
left his
dog.
shed, looking even creepier than before. He was skin and bones, with hair hanging past his shoulders.
Oh hell
He also
no.
seemed nervous and twitchy. Not at all
He
like
he
the guy in
definitely
the
got
Tinder
bodies in that
profile.
shit though.
I heard her ask him, "Hey, I brought my friend along just as a precaution. Is that okay?" And in that instant, I
Why
watched
the
his expression drop.
Why
and
would you?
screamed
Why
another
would you say that? Fuck the fuck. Why would you say that shit, dog? It's stupid, man. Just so you know, he ain't never been in no position like this, and I couldn't have nobody if I'm going on a mission like this. You know, you feel me in my circle, bro. No cap.
red flag to me.
Stupid.
He stuttered out, "Yeah, that's fine, I guess." So I got out of the car and followed her, knife in my pocket, in a hurry. And we stepped inside the shed, to which point I immediately began to regret mine and her decisions up until that point. The shed was filthy. It was cluttered with random items and boxes, with the
Oh,
toilet
there's some
sitting
bodies in
the
them
corner.
boxes, bro.
The guy, who I quickly realized must be an addict by the way he was acting, very nervous and twitchy, was now standing solemnly in the corner, setting up his laptop to record this event. We made some very awkward small talk as he was doing this, at which point I noticed something else that bothered me. This random guy had Snapchat installed on his computer, which is what his friend Chelsea was messaging us from. I could just be paranoid, but something about this told me
No,
that he
bro.
was actually Chelsea, and he needed another device to Snapchat her on to make it seem like he was someone else. After he set it up to record, he seemed angry and tense, as if he didn't actually think he was going to get kicked in the groin that day. He turned around and my friend went about her business with him, and promptly after he asked in a shallow voice, "So what are you guys doing tonight? Do you guys smoke?" Referring to weed.
I would not take no weed.
We
He
both
probably done
quickly
laced
replied
that,
no,
dog. That
and we
laced
had
it,
other
bro.
things going on, despite the fact that we both do smoke. Maddie quickly collected the cash from him and we left. Now, this might not all seem off to a regular person, but I can't help but feel like if I wasn't there, then something bad would have happened. After we left, my friend had mentioned that before we got there, this
took your
alleged
bitch.
Chelsea person had
Yeah,
offered
you
to
took
rent a
your
hotel
bitch.
room and buy her pizza. I don't like to think about what would have happened if I wasn't there, but deep down I know that something way more malicious had been planned.
That's wild.
Based off the girl's recounting of this event, it's safe to assume that the man in the picture wasn't the same guy that they met in the shed, and that this Chelsea person
Yeah,
didn't
you got that
exist.
bitch on Google.
Maddie and her friend were smart to go into the situation together, as there's always more safety in numbers.
high
This
school
last one is another
classmates.
example of why you can never be too careful with online dating. This was submitted by
Man, just go
Jeremy,
get some
and
bitches
this was
in
his
public,
Tinder
in,
match.
in the real world. Why is y'all still using Tinder? Just, damn, this ain't even that hard, bro. If you that horny, bro, you can't be that horny. I'm sorry, dog.
He matched with
I'm
a
gonna
girl
just go
named
and carry,
Mia,
bro.
who was in the same high school class as him. Their conversation went as follows.
How you?
"Hey, long time no see." "I know, hey.
Good.
How have you been?"
Crap time.
"Not bad, and you?"
Talk to anyone from high
"I've been good, just working a crap ton." "You still talking to anyone from high school?" "No, not really. I was happy for high school to be over." "Same. It's funny we only ever really spoke a few times in school." "Yeah, I know. Maybe we should make up for lost time."
Ah, look at
We should.
him trying to.
"You have a snap."
He trying to lot.
From here, Jeremy gives
You try
Mia
to
a
log in.
snap, and they continue their conversation there. Jeremy didn't take any screenshots from the snap conversation, but basically from there, they continued to talk about life after high school. Then they escalated to talking about linking up somewhere and chatting in person. They agreed to meet in a nearby parking lot behind a strip mall where nobody goes at night. Jeremy was ready to go
Bad
basically
move.
right away, not
Bad
needing
move.
much time
Terrible.
to get ready.
Terrible execution.
Mia, on the other hand, said she wouldn't be able to get there for another hour and a half at least. She claimed she was with friends and couldn't just ditch them.
Hour and a
So
half.
they set up a meetup time for 12 behind the strip mall. It took Jeremy only 5 minutes to get there.
I ain't waiting
The
that
lot is in
long.
the same town
I ain't
as the
even gonna
two
lie
live.
to you. Go find somebody
He
else.
sat there in his car waiting for her for about
I ain't
20
gonna-
minutes, receiving apologies for being late every few minutes on Snapchat. Eventually, headlights appeared from around the corner and approached slowly, then stopped not too far from Jeremy's car. Mia snapped him a picture of his car, saying, "I think I see you." So Jeremy stepped out from his car. He then realized the car looked to be a small Honda or Hyundai, when in reality, the car that was posted all over Mia's Instagram was a Jeep Cherokee.
Oh my
Immediately,
god.
Jeremy went back into his car and went to DM Mia on Instagram. Meanwhile, the car outside was honking at Jeremy.
Oh no, no,
He
you,
opened
you're
Snap and
done.
messaged her, "Hey, step out from your car and let me see you for a second." They opened it, took half a minute to reply, then said, "I don't want to, it's so cold out. What's wrong?"
Get out of here.
At this point,
Cow.
Jeremy knew something was off, so he got in his car and started driving home. The car was following him, honking the horn.
Oh no, you're
Jeremy
done.
decided to
You
get
can't
on
go
the highway.
home. You can't go
At this
home.
point, the car behind him tailed off and disappeared. Jeremy pulled to the side of the road to block the Snapchat account, but they had already beaten him to it. He went home, and by then he had gotten a DM back from the actual Mia. This is how their conversation went.
Damn.
Jeremy opened with this. "Hey, this may sound really, really weird, but did I match you on Tinder?"
Whoa.
She says, "Hi, no. Why?"
And that's what people be doing. They be doing this. They be literally using other people's pictures. That's why I don't get on Tinder. That's dead.
Jesus, long story. I matched someone catfishing as you, and we talked for a while about high school. I really thought it was you. I met up with the person running the account in a parking lot, but it was some random car, not your Jeep, so I drove away. Then he sent screenshots of the conversation.
Damn. Just to see who it was. No, they like refused to get out of the car, which was another reason I had fun with. Wow.
On
That's
August
wild,
7th,
bro.
2014, Warina Wright and Gable Tosti matched on Tinder. Gable wasn't her usual type, looking like a man who spends way too much time on his appearance, but he reminded her of Sam Winchester, a character in Supernatural, one of her favorite TV shows. Gable opened with a raunchy and aggressively forward message,
they got a celebrity
saying,
crush,
"You look
actor-wise,
delicious, I
don't fuck
want to
with
do
her."
dirty things to you." To which Warina responds, "Does that usually work?" Gable then sends, "Can you be a freak in the sheets?" To which she says, "Probably."
Never. Don't ever do this. This is negative. This is negative. Negative.
Probably not, depends.
No cap, bird.
Gable says, "What does it depend on?" And Warina responds, "What I've had to drink, lol." Gable keeps the conversation sexual by replying, "Let's get drunk together. I'm a porn star after a few drinks."
Oh my god.
Warina gives Gable her number after the two exchange a few more
I wish
messages.
this could work for me. I'll probably
A
get
week
my ass
later,
whooped.
they meet for the
I
first
did
time in
something
the
like that.
Cavill Mall.
Oh, this shit real?
They spent the night together heavily drinking, and CCTV footage from multiple establishments showed them meeting, walking into a nearby beer garden, then
Damn.
purchasing a six-pack of beer at a nearby bottle shop. And after their night out together, they ended up returning to the Avalon Apartments, where Gable lived alone on the 14th floor.
14th is
6
wild.
images taken by Gable that night show the couple apparently laughing and smiling in the apartment and on the balcony from which Warina would plunge.
Ooh, she look like she's not having a good time. Guarantee that bitch got a family. She fucking out on a nigga. That's why I'm staying single. Fuck these bitches, get this money.
After her death only hours later.
No god.
For whatever reason, Gable recorded the audio of his entire night with Warina, which included the entire confrontation the two would have towards the end of the night, which was later played during Gable's trial. It was later found out that Gable had a weird habit of recording his entire dates with multiple women.
That's
At some point
weird.
after the two
Ew.
had sex, Warina can be heard becoming increasingly erratic and aggressive towards him. However, as the night progresses, Gable can be heard in the recording refusing to let her leave, and Warina's terrified screams to let her go
hell
home are
no.
silenced when he locks her outside on the balcony. During this recording, Gable can
What?
allegedly be heard choking out Warina before locking her outside.
Call them with what? I thought you lost your phone.
Exactly.
So how are you going to call anyone without your
You
phone?
stole my fucking phone.
I didn't touch your goddamn phone.
You guys fucking stole my shit.
Shit, I should
So that's
never...
why I'm fucking calling them.
should have never given you so much to drink. I thought we were going to have fun.
This shit weird.
Where's my shit?
Where's your
Where's
phone?
my shit?
What's your phone number? Oh,
Go
I have it.
100 fucking psycho bitch.
Ain't she gonna lie to you, bro?
Fucking.
I don't deserve this shit, alright? I'm a nice fucking guy.
Yeah. Nice fucking guy with all the money.
Must be on
This shit weird.
Well, I have shitloads of money always. My
What the
fucking-
fuck was that?
Stop. Just calm down, please.
I'm not coming down
You've
because
had too much to drink, alright?
I'm
Just...
not coming down because I've had so much to drink and I shit. How yeah.
You'll beat me up.
Audio, he can be heard saying to Warina that she was lucky he didn't throw her off the balcony, along with numerous
Okay,
other
that's
threats.
wild.
Let's go.
He's
Fucking
It's not
insane.
about how you need.
You're
It's
fucking-
not about how
What
Yeah,
the fuck
it
are they
is.
doing?
That's
Like,
insane.
bruh.
It's not about how you need. It's about how you give a shit now.
I don't even know if I can watch this, bro,
See, I
for real.
thought you were kidding, and I've taken enough. This is fucking bullshit. You're lucky I haven't chucked you off my fucking balcony, you goddamn psycho little bitch.
What the fuck?
Who the fuck do you think I am? Yeah. You and me try now. What?
Why he's on top? Yeah. This something like, alright, are they fucking or are they
What's it
like,
say it.
this shit weird.
Say it.
Yeah, please, Skip.
You are.
No!
Hmm?
No! No!
Whoa.
You're
No!
trying to kill me, huh?
No!
Why'd you try to hit me with that?
No!
Huh?
No!
Fuck that. I can't gonna lie to you. Skip that shit. Let me be real. with you.
Warina sounding a lot drunker than Gable, slurring
Bro.
all of her words. Warina apparently thought the only way to escape would be attempting to climb down the
Whoa.
building, which
That is
resulted in her
dangerous.
falling from the balcony to her death.
What the fuck?
Gable,
This shit's
who was
real?
28 at the time, was arrested for her death, but was ultimately acquitted of all charges. The prosecution
Ain't no way. Nah, that's bro. Nah, bro. Yo, hey, bro. I'm that nigga family. That was my sister. That nigga's dead on sight. That nigga's dead on sight. Shit. That nigga would not live another day. That nigga would be first day delivery. No cap.
claimed that Gable locked Warina on his balcony following a heated argument, and when she tried to escape, presumably to a lower floor, she plummeted to her death. Gable's
Damn,
defense team
bro.
said Warina was
That shit-
extremely
that shit's
intoxicated
sad.
and that she had been acting irrationally before her tragic fall. Prosecutors argued that Gable had choked Warina, trapped her, and made her so afraid that she felt she had
Damn,
no
the
choice
room.
but to escape at whatever cost.
That nigga would have been dead.
An audio
fucking
recording
me.
of Gable's
For
phone call
real.
with his father right after the
would've had
incident
that
was
nigga
eventually
head cut
released.
off.
And in it, Gable is heard
Okay.
telling his father that things had become violent between the pair and that he locked her on his balcony, but insisted that he did not push her.
Hello, Dad. I might have a bit of a situation.
Oh, don't call
I
your
met up
business.
with a
He ain't
girl
gonna do shit for
for
it.
a date tonight.
It's your responsibility,
she
dog.
started
Don't
getting
bring
really
somebody else
aggressive.
into it.
Like, it was alright at first, and like we, had sex in bed, and then after that, like, she kept drinking, and we were both drinking, and she
This is really a
I
true
think
story,
she thought
dog.
it was like a joke or something, but she kept like
That's
beating
dad
me
too,
up
ain't it?
and whatever.
Bro.
Like, I've been walking around and there like a million cops around my building. I don't know what to do. I didn't push her or anything. I'm like just walking around the area and there's like a million cops around the area. It's really up. I don't know what to do. Like I'm walking around the area and I just see a million cops around Avalon.
What are these
This
pictures,
is
dog?
really up. Why does this
fuck?
keep happening to me? Like I swear to God, I didn't push her or anything. I just chucked her out on the balcony and shut the door because she was beating me up.
According to
That's
a
what everybody
downstairs
say.
neighbor, loud arguments with women could be heard quite often from Gable's apartment, hinting that this kind of thing was
See,
a regular
this thing,
occurrence
you can't do it multiple times. You got multiple witnesses. Stupid motherfucker. Stupid. It's too stupid. No cap.
with him. Many people do believe that Gable murdered Warina, and there was public outrage when Gable was acquitted. The process of
no.
going through a divorce is usually not a pleasant one, and emotions are often very mixed. For some, a divorce can be a horrible time in one's life, full of grief and sorrow. But for others, it
That's why
can
I'm
be a
not getting no
hopeful time,
relationship.
a fresh
Y'all
start.
have fun doing divorces, though.
39-year-old
Okay.
Jovi Pillipil, a nurse from Sydney, Australia. Her recent
I wonder what
divorce
she's
with
looking at.
ex-husband Alexander Villaluna was going to be a new beginning. Jovi posted on Facebook, "New Year, New Beginnings," accompanied by a smiling photo
I know
of
that's
herself.
right.
She has since posted on her
Feel me?
Facebook of
She
flowers
happy
sent
she out
by
of that
secret
shit.
admirers and birthday cards and gifts from her 3
Ooh,
children.
But you gotta know this. You gotta know the person you with. That nigga crazy or that female crazy. You know, New Year, New Beginnings. That bitch or that nigga gonna pop up every single time they get. Never gonna leave your life. That's by me. I'm staying to myself. I don't got time for that. Almost got into that situation, but we straight. You know, like you feel
Called
me?
her the best mother there can be, and an independent mother and woman. In
I've
March
learned from it.
2016, Jovi was using Tinder to find a date. Jovi is the mother of 4. She grew up in the Philippines and then moved to Auckland, New Zealand to train to be a nurse, and then she and her family would eventually move to Sydney, Australia.
Oh, she got
While
a
on
whole
Tinder,
plan, dog.
she matched 53-year-old businessman Keith
Damn.
Collins.
Nigga old as fuck. I was alright. Nigga old as fuck. God damn, 53? Ain't you like 39? Like, there's got to be some type of difference. I know they all grown, but like, you know,
Keith had 3 children and 4
59,
stepchildren.
crazy.
The two enjoyed chatting and decided to meet for a date. On March 30th, 2016, they went to dinner at a Korean barbecue restaurant.
Ooh.
Just as they were finishing up, a
That's
man
tough.
came up and put his arm around Keith.
Hmm?
It was Jovi's ex-husband, Alexander.
Whoa!
He asked Keith what he was doing with his wife. Keith said they were just having dinner. Then suddenly Alexander grabbed Keith by the neck with his left arm, and he used his right hand to stab him in the abdomen with a hunting knife.
Whoa! In front of the whole... No, that nigga crazy. That's what I'm saying. Why don't you get in these relationships with, bro? Because, like, some of the times you try to leave, you're stuck. You're stuck. And that's something me, I'm not finna do no crazy shit. Because I've experienced a lot of crazy shit. That's why I'm saying to myself, like, for real, watch who you get with, bro. Because...
He started screaming at him to stop,
Like,
saying
for
they were just
real,
having
bro.
dinner. After stabbing Keith several times, Alexander turned his attention to his 35-year-old estranged
Steady
wife.
ourselves, bro.
He stabbed her once in the chest and once again in the arm when she tried to defend herself.
What?
Keith had fallen to the floor and he was trying to get up. Alexander got on top of him and then using both hands, he punched the knife into his chest. He did this 5 more times. After stabbing
Bruh.
Keith 11 times and his ex-wife twice, Alexander calmly walked out of the restaurant. Jovi began to run from
Calmly
the
walked
restaurant.
out, nobody got
At
the
first,
nigga?
Alexander went after her, but he seemed to give up or change his mind and head back to the restaurant, where he sat by Keith's now dead body and waited for the police to arrive. He surrendered without putting up a fight to the arresting officer.
I was about to say.
And he admitted that he attacked Keith because he was having dinner with his ex-wife.
Bro, there's real footage. Whoa, bro, like, damn, I didn't know this shit was true. Hey, y'all stay safe. Niggas is crazy. Look, bro, me, I'm gonna just move on, bro. I don't really got time for that. For real, for real.
Jovi was taken to the hospital, and while she sustained injuries, she survived the attack. Alexander
Damn,
and
that's good.
Jovi had met 9 years earlier when they were both training to be a nurse in Auckland. They were both from the Philippines.
Hey, real talk.
Jovi claimed
You really don't love somebody till you kill somebody for them. You know, this low key true love, man. They can't even look
that
at
Alexander
it.
was
Nah, I'm
abusive
over
from
there,
the
but
start
like,
of their relationship. He wouldn't let her have friends and wouldn't let her leave the house often. Jovi already had 3 children from a previous relationship in 2011.
that man ain't got
She
no
had one
trust. He
son
got
with
trust
Alexander.
issues, man.
2 years before Keith was murdered, Jovi left Alexander and got a restraining order against him. In response to this, he told her that he would kill her if she ever started dating another man. But he also said at a later time he would spare her life because of their son. In September of 2017, Alexander pleaded guilty to murder. When given the
Damn.
chance to apologize, Alexander said it was difficult to say he was sorry because he was still angry about what happened to him. It also turned
Sheesh.
out that he told the probation and parole service that Jovi blamed herself for the problems in their relationship. So according to him, she would have been happy to have been killed by him. Alexander also claimed he attacked Keith in self-defense. However, CCTV footage clearly showed that he was the aggressor. The judge said the most heinous part was when he attacked Keith while he was already on the floor bleeding to death. In October of 2017, Alexander was sentenced to 40 years in prison.
Damn.
And he'd have to serve at least 30 years before he could apply for parole.
Ooh,
He'll
yeah,
be able to
you're-
apply for parole on March 30th, 2046.
Damn.
And he's 74 years old.
You're done. Dog yard. At that point, I wouldn't even want
On
to.
the morning
I
of
wouldn't even want
October
to get out.
26th,
For real.
2018, 21-year-old Grace Mullane drove from her Essex County home to Heathrow Airport in London, where she boarded her flight to Peru. She spent the
going to
next 10
Peru?
days traveling from island to island before heading on her way to Auckland, New Zealand, where she would arrive on November 30th, 2 days before her 22nd birthday. Grace was staying at a hostel where she made friends with some of the other tourists and backpackers. Grace was known for being an outgoing social butterfly. She spent the rest of the night on the 30th taking it relatively easy, and decided to start swiping on Tinder looking to meet someone, maybe make some local friends
I'm
while
so
she
glad
visited.
until my summer
She
introvert.
swiped
I don't
until
like
she
meeting
connected
people.
with somebody
There
named
you go.
Jesse, and the two began to chat. Grace and Jesse made plans to go on a date the
Talking to
following
my
day.
same
And so on
niggas every
December
day.
1st, 2018, Grace's bunkmates watched as Grace got ready and left the hostel to head to her date with Jesse. A few hours went by, and at some point in the evening, Grace sent a message to a friend back home stating that the date was going really well and she felt a connection with Jesse. However, it wasn't long after this message that Grace's phone and social media activity went silent.
What?
The next day was her birthday, and many of Grace's family and friends went on to send Grace happy birthday wishes.
And no
but she
response?
never replied to any of them. And as
Oh,
the
no, there's
days
something
went
wrong.
on,
Something
everybody
wrong.
became increasingly concerned. And so on December 5th,
Shit, when you
2018,
travel, bro, you gotta go with somebody. Unless, especially if it's out the U.S. No, I'm planning on traveling for like some business shit, but like I'm gonna go by myself. But it's gonna be in the U.S. and shit. So you know, like when you travel outside the U.S., you gotta try. You gotta go with somebody. I'm sorry, especially your first time.
Grace's family reported
for
her
her.
missing to Auckland law enforcement. They clarified their concern by pointing out that Grace was actually carrying 2 cell phones while she traveled, just in case there was ever an issue with one of them, so that way she would still be able to stay in touch. Both of Grace's cell phones had been going directly to voicemail as of December 2nd.
Damn.
Grace's father traveled to New Zealand to do some searching of his own. CCTV footage caught Grace leaving her hostel at exactly 5:37 p.m. She then walked to a bar and casino known as Sky City, which was fairly close to her
As a
hostel.
woman, you
and she
can't
waited
do
there for a
that,
few
bro.
moments
Like, it'd be
until
weird
she seen meeting
people.
up with and hugging Jesse.
You feel me?
The two of them then
Can't
went
do
into
that.
Sky City for approximately 90 minutes while they had some drinks together. And things appeared to be going really well, and the two appeared to be
So I
hitting
got
it
a
off.
drink, and
They
Lord
continued
knows
their
what
date
happened
onto
after.
the next bar, known as Mexican Cafe. They had a few more drinks at the Mexican Cafe, and then they continued on again to another bar known as the Blue Stone Room. While at the Blue Stone Room, things appeared to become more intimate between the two.
Oh my
They can
god!
be seen kissing multiple times.
Go get a
before
goddamn
Jesse
room,
made a
bro.
quick trip to the
Shit.
bathroom. This is the exact moment that Grace messaged her friend back home that she was having a really good time with her date.
Damn.
Jesse
Why you
then
don't get
returned.
no
the two
hopes?
eventually left the bar
Or I
at
can see that
9:40
shit with
p.m.
no expectations, so you
The
don't
two
get
are
hurt.
seen holding hands and walking towards a building known as the City Life Hotel, where Jesse
And
rented
Lord
an
knows what
apartment.
happened after that.
The two can be seen entering the elevator of the building and exiting on the floor of Jesse's apartment. This is the last moment that Grace was seen alive.
Damn.
The next morning on December 2nd, Jesse is then seen entering the elevator alone and exiting his apartment building. He's then seen purchasing a handful
Yo,
of
you
cleaning
stupid
supplies
mother-
as well as a new large suitcase.
Stupid nigga. Stupid. Look, if y'all gonna kill somebody, at least be smart. At least be smart. Go call somebody and go tell niggas to go get your shit or whatever. At least be smart. You over here with no face mask, no nothing. I'm just gonna go
Building.
stupid.
He's then seen purchasing a handful of cleaning supplies.
And
as
then
well as a
right here,
new
you just done. You're done. You're done. What you buying clean supplies for? Got gloves too? You're done.
large suitcase. He places the new purchases inside his apartment, and then he leaves the apartment again. He then jumps in a taxi and gets a ride to a local
Look at
car
him, the
rental
guilt in his
facility where
eyes.
he rents a vehicle and heads to another bar in the area to meet up with a second Tinder date the
Oh
day
my
after
god,
murdering
he's doing
his
this to
previous
multiple
Tinder date.
women, dog.
This date became uncomfortable very quickly, and she decided to end things because she found him really creepy after he had been talking about the best places to hide a dead.
How do you snitch on yourself, bro? How do you snitch on yourself, bro? You gonna tell another stupid man, like, bro? If y'all gonna do shit like this, at least be smart, like.
Date was over. Jesse stopped by the front desk of his apartment building and asked if he could borrow a Rug Doctor carpet steam cleaning machine. He brought it up
Then
to
you
his
just make it even worse, bro. God damn. You gotta be the dumbest criminal I've ever seen, dog. Just fucking rookie.
apartment and
You
spent
just,
a couple hours
you
in there
just
before
don't know how to
appearing on
move
camera
smart
again.
at all, dog.
He's then seen bringing a hotel luggage cart up to his room, and shortly after, reappearing in the elevator with the luggage cart loaded with his new suitcase.
That's heavy.
and many
Yeah, I
other
wonder
small
what's in there. I need to
suitcases.
check that shit.
He then brings the luggage cart down to his rented vehicle and loads everything
Just
inside.
dumbest
The next
criminal.
morning at around
top
7
five,
a.m.
dog,
on December
for real.
3rd, Jesse then went to a nearby store and purchased a brand new shovel. He then returned to his
This is a walk-off moment. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Nah. It's the dumbest nigga I've ever seen. It's the dumbest nigga I've ever seen. That you just piece by piece just expose yourself like you don't know how to move it off. And it be niggas like this, I know how to do. You don't know how to do shit. Idiot. Just stupid. Idiot.
apartment
They gonna
building.
look at all his transactions and be like, oh yeah, nigga snitched on himself.
just after 9 a.m. He then stopped by a random trash can and tossed out some items, and then drove to a dry cleaning service to clean some clothing, and then he took his car rental to be completely cleaned. Police caught up with Jesse a few days later and brought him in for questioning.
Stupid. Damn, you stupid. Jesse's response to police in this building who didn't notice him and chase him. First off, why are you still there? You're just stupid. Yeah, you just go ahead and take your loss and your defeat. All that walking ain't gonna do shit, fam.
The police believe that Jesse was involved in some way due to the substantial amount of evidence against him.
Stupid.
So I was talking to Grace on Tinder.
You gonna snitch on yourself. You gonna snitch on yourself.
We'd matched on Friday. I saw that we'd matched the next day on Saturday.
How did the evening pan out?
And then the other woman is a witness too. Damn, stupid.
Yeah, pretty good. I didn't initially know that she was real.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of... So have you heard of catfish?
No.
So catfishing is where someone
hold on, bro.
Uses your photos and pretends to be you and then meets and you're a completely different person.
Right.
And
what does that have to do with anything?
It's happened to a few people I know in Australia.
Now he's trying to play victim.
And
Get out of here, dog.
It's all over TV. So I thought, you know what, if I meet at Sky City, at least I know that there's lots of people around. So if it is someone that it's not, then I can just walk away.
You killed her. Stop trying to,
there was a hug and a kiss on the cheek, and a thanks, nice meeting you. And then I said, let me know about tomorrow. And she said, okay. And then she kept walking.
We actually don't know if she's been murdered or not yet. She may be alive and well.
Okay.
But she might also be dead. Okay? And it could be that you've done it.
He gonna snitch on himself, bro. Watch. I guarantee you. Hey, nigga, turn your ass around, bro. I gotta look away.
Hey, I just want to ask a question. Have I been arrested for something I didn't do?
You haven't been arrested, no?
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Dog.
Holy.
They immediately obtained a search warrant for Jesse's apartment, and they began a forensic examination. Despite Jesse's cleaning attempts, the investigators were able to discover blood in and around the two edges of his apartment carpet using luminol.
You can't even.
Jesse was then interviewed again on December 7th, just 2 days after his initial interview, and this was when his story to police began to change.
Yup, everybody. When the story changes, that's when it's GG. You know.
Drove the car out to Cumu.
Don't cry like a bitch. You know you did it. Shut the fuck up, man. Nobody feel bad for you.
ITM at Cumu. I ended up driving towards the Waitakaries.
This shit get me heated.
I went into the bush. I dug a hole.
Yup, snitched on yourself.
Went and got the suitcase. And I covered the hole.
I knew it. Yeah, you knew you was gonna snitch on yourself.
And then I drove.
Where is her possessions?
I threw them in the rubbish.
Whereabouts?
Albert Park rubbish.
Right. So what items of her property have been disposed of in Albert Park?
Everything.
This shit sad, bro.
All
Stay
the
off
clothing.
Tinder, man.
Everything
Stay
that
off
was
any
Tinder.
online, anything.
I was just panicking.
Did you inflict any injuries on her that caused her to die?
No.
Did you kill Grace Mullane? Okay. And you're under arrest for the murder of Grace Mullane. Damn. About the 2nd of December. You understand?
Jesse was charged and held in police custody, and while behind bars, police found pictures Jesse took of Grace before placing her inside the luggage that he purchased. Google search history and GPS from Jesse's cell phone led investigators to the Waitakere mountain ranges, where they discovered the luggage with Grace's body buried in a hole.
Oh my god.
Jesse was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison with a minimum non-parole period of 17 years.
17,
During this time,
man.
2 more victims
Up that bitch to about 57, 60. Up that bitch, man. Don't let him get out. Keep that nigga right in there.
came forward and
Okay,
accused Jesse of sexually assaulting them after matching with him on Tinder. In October of 2020, Jesse was convicted of 8 more charges related to these offenses. He was sentenced to serve an additional 11 years concurrently to the life sentence that he had already
Shit,
received.
this is life enough. Forget this nigga going to motherfucking jail. It don't even matter.
Jesse Kempson currently resides at the Auckland prison in New Zealand, where he will remain.
Forever. No cap. That's how that ends, man. And if y'all make it to the end of the video, let me know how y'all feel about that. No cap, man. Appreciate y'all on the road 10K. That was a very interesting one, man. No cap. Wish y'all like it up, man. For real, appreciate y'all, man.